The Pixel 9 Pro XL is king of Android. Hear me out. So, Google, I had problems with them years ago because they used to frustrate the ever living heck out of me because they were late with updates, they would keep breaking things, they had problems with the Tensor chips, and ever since the Pixel 9 series phone came out, they've been firing on all cylinders, especially whenever it comes to Android, staying on top of Android. They have replaced Samsung. And for like the last 2 years prior to the Pixel 9, Samsung was the tops, right? That they were the gold standard for putting out monthly updates, putting out fixes, putting out patches, updating things. And I kept saying that was like, there's no reason that Google should not be number one in this department. Like, how do you let somebody who uses your software do it better than you? And I don't know if they watched my videos, but yeah, something like a light bulb finally turned on, and they're like, you know what? We got the Tensor 4, we got the Pixel 9. We're going to fire on all cylinders now when it comes to Android. And they've done that for the last two versions. Of course, they put out the Pixel 9. They put out Android 15 a month after that. And then, of course, we didn't even get it with the Samsung phones until January when they launched it with the S25. And we didn't get it with the S24 and S23 series and Z Fold 6 until like end of April, early May. So even Samsung was so far behind Google whenever it came to the Android 15 update. And then lo and behold, bam, now we have Android 16, which of course looks just like Android 15. That's by design. Don't worry, the Material 3 Expressive will be coming later on. It'll probably be here in September with QPR1 update, and that's perfectly fine too. But they're so far ahead of the game when it comes to Android right now and updating their own devices. And of course, this is for the Pixel 9s, the Pixel 8, Pixel 7, Pixel 6. And I've been waiting for this to happen for a long, long, long time. And the even nicer surprise is whenever they further extended support for the Pixel 6 and Pixel 7 series phones. So it's really great that they're offering this longevity. And the reason they've been able to do that, of course, is because of the Tensor chip. And a lot of people are unhappy about the Tensor chip. A lot of people say it's a mid-tier chip. A lot of people, blah, 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 whatever. You've heard the arguments. You've heard the complaints. But this unified platform and using the same architecture and building your phone similarly and having some continuity between them allows them to do this. And I had a dream about this. Well, not a dream. It's just metaphorically speaking. I dreamed of a day when Google would and their phones would not be fragmented. And no longer are their phones fragmented. They're all on the same page. They're receiving timely updates. They're getting good security patches. They're getting updates. They're just firing on all cylinders right now. And I'm really happy to see it. As somebody who has been championing this brand, good, bad, or indifferent, for years, it really makes me happy to see all of the progress that they've made, all the steps that they've taken, and finally getting to where I can say, yeah, they're the master of their own destiny whenever it comes to the Android operating system and the Pixel phones. And it's going to get even more exciting. There's a lot of excitement coming right down the pipeline if you're a Pixel fan. We had Google I/O not too long ago. We've got Android 16 just dropped now, and the Pixel 10 phones could drop even earlier than ever. That's all, of course, speculation at this point. I don't know when they're going to come out. Some people are saying they'll be out in August. That would make sense. They came out in August last year, but hey, who knows? But still, it's right around the corner, and the Pixel 9 series phones are still so good. Like the Pixel 9 is great, the Pixel 9 Pro, Pro XL. I love the Pro XL. It's nice, it's smooth, it's fluid, especially with Android 16. I haven't been having any problems with it. It hasn't been killing my battery, it hasn't been doing anything crazy. And I think they've done a lot of good things here. So I just kind of wanted to talk about it for a minute because, well, I like Pixel phones. I haven't got to talk about them a lot recently, but it's just exciting when the new version comes out of the Android operating system. And it got here early. I mean, shoot, we're talking June, 3 months earlier than last year. Yeah, Android 15 came out in September last year, a month after the phones came out, and then now we have it on our phones in June. We got it the second week of June, by the way. So that right there just tells me that they finally, it's like they've got all their ducks in a row. They have a plan, and they're executing it in a meaningful and efficient way. And I'm excited to see what we get. So Android 16 has been very much like a bare bones kind of update with this version, right? It's not, there's been a whole lot of crazy stuff. There are some new features. There are some new neat little things. But a lot of people are waiting for advanced features like the Material 3 Expressive that's supposed to come out in September. It's supposed to come out with the QPR1 update. And that'll be nice because we'll get some more cool, meaningful stuff. We'll finally get some visual changes and things like that, more things you can customize, more cool little neat things. Ever since they came out with Material U, I love the way that it looks. I used to hate stock Android. Ever since they came out with Material U, ever since they came out with the Pixel 6 series devices, I have really liked the way that it looks, and I like it almost as much as I like One UI. I really like One UI for the Samsung phones, and I like the customizations, I like the multitasking, I like the optimization, I like all that stuff, and it looks cool, but I really do like the stock appearance because it's not so much stock anymore. I just wish we could get rid of the search bar. I don't know why they have it built in and baked into the front screen where it's like, okay, it's always there, you can't get rid of it, and it's kind of frustrating. Android being the operating system, you're supposed to be able to have more choices and more options and customizations and move things around. You would think they would let you just ditch that and get rid of it, but no, apparently you cannot. Maybe one day I will continue to dream, but yeah, I think they've been doing a great job. And also, there's been a lot of great sales. There's been a lot of great price drops and things like that throughout the year ever since these phones have come out. So it makes sense that I've seen a lot more of these out in the wild, especially when I travel. When I go overseas, especially when I go to New York, I see a lot of them whenever I'm in New York. I'll be on the subway. I'll see people with them. I'll see people walking around with them. So I think Google's doing a great job with their hardware lineup right now. I think they're doing a great job with their phones. I think they're doing a great job with the software. And it really makes me happy to say this. And it's funny because I am a big fan of the Google Pixel phones. And I've been making a lot of videos about them ever since the Pixel 6. I thought, you know what? I like these phones. I like what they offer. I like the price point. I just really felt like they didn't get enough coverage. So I was like, you know what? I'll be the Pixel guy. I'll make Pixel videos. And everyone's like, yay, we love your Pixel videos. And then, there were some bad times with the Pixel 6 and the Pixel 7, especially with the, Android and problems like that. And then they wouldn't give us updates, and then they wouldn't tell us what was going on, and there were just a lot of problems. And of course, I called them out for those problems. And then people are like, oh, you're hating on Google all the time. I'm like, look, I want them to be the best. I want them to do good things. I want them to treat their customers fairly. I want them to give us timely updates. I want them to keep us in the loop. I want them to give us good updates and make the phone platform what it should be. And I really feel like now, after 4 years of this Pixel Tensor experiment and where we've been going with all these updates, I feel like we're there. And it makes me even more excited about the Pixel 10 series phones coming out, especially the new chip. So it's going to be it's being made by TSMC, who's like the best guys out there that make chips. So the chip should be better. But there's also supposed to be like a new custom image signal processor, at least from what we're hearing. And that could help take the photography to the next level. Photography. Sorry, I got to laugh about that one a little bit. But yeah, it could take the computational photography and the photos to the next level and still continue to keep these guys at number one. And it's crazy because everyone's like, oh yeah, it's got a mid-tier chip. And like, well, it's still kicking the butt of all these people that supposedly have flagship hardware in the camera department. So they're certainly doing that right. They're certainly winning in the AI department. They're certainly winning by putting out their Android system first. They still got over a 3 gigahertz chip in it. All-day battery, beautiful screen, beautiful body and design. I mean, I love the Pixel phones, and there's a lot of good reasons why I call the Pixel 9 Pro XL the best phone of 2024. So we'll see what happens as we go forward, but I just wanted to take a minute to kind of talk about this and reflect, and also nice little thumbs up. Good job, Google. Keep up the good work. Don't screw it up. It's not like, don't play down to the competition. Keep the pedal on the metal and keep leading. Keep coming up with good stuff. So anyway, that's all I got. Also, happy Father's Day to everyone. Hopefully you have a wonderful and happy Father's Day. Hopefully you have a great father figure in your life you can spend some time with, or at least celebrate or recognize today. And if not, hopefully you can be that future wonderful father in somebody else's life one day. So that's all I've got. If you have any questions, comments, gripes, concerns, complaints, all those things, of course, please go to the comment section. I'll do my best to get back with you. If you enjoy the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching. I'll see you guys next time.